Did you know the first American police car had a top speed of just 16 miles per hour? It's hard to imagine that today, with police cruisers capable of hitting over 100 miles per hour. But how did we go from slow electric cars to the high-powered machines we see today? Let's explore the evolution of the American police car, from its humble beginnings to the muscle-bound vehicles patrolling our streets today. The early years, 1899 to 1930s. Let's kick things off at the very beginning. The first police car in America was introduced in 1899 in Akron, Ohio. This wasn't your typical police car as we think of it today. It was an electric vehicle. Built by the Collins Buddy Company, this early squad car was far from the speed demons we're used to seeing now. It had two 4-horsepower electric motors that could push it to a whopping top speed of 16 miles per hour. Sure, it's not going to win any races, but at the time, this was a major leap forward in law enforcement. This early squad car wasn't just for show, though. It was a game changer for police mobility. Before its arrival, officers either walked or relied on horse-drawn wagons. Imagine trying to chase down a suspect on foot or in a wagon. The Akron police could now transport a full squad of officers quickly to wherever they were needed. This was the beginning of a whole new era in policing. But it wasn't just about speed, or lack thereof. This first squad car also had a small jail cell inside it, which was a pretty clever addition. It allowed officers to transport prisoners securely right after an arrest. Think about it. In 1899, a car that could carry 12 people, including prisoners, and had electric power, was like something out of science fiction. However, as cars became more widespread and criminals started using them, the police quickly realized they needed more than just a slow-moving electric car to keep up. The 1910s and 1920s saw the rise of automobiles, and with it, a new breed of criminal, one that could escape the law with ease in a fast car. The police needed to step up their game. The Prohibition era, 1920s to 1933. The Prohibition era brought about one of the most significant shifts in the development of police vehicles. From 1919 to 1933, America was in the grip of Prohibition, and alcohol was banned across the country. But where there's a will, there's a way. And bootleggers found plenty of ways to smuggle illegal booze. And they were doing it in some pretty fast cars. These bootleggers weren't just driving around in any old car. They were modifying their vehicles to outrun the law, turning them into powerful machines that could leave police cars in the dust. This was a huge problem for law enforcement. The police were still using cars like the Model T, which, while revolutionary in its own right, wasn't exactly built for speed. The Model T was great for the average driver, but for the police trying to chase down criminals with souped-up engines? Not so much. That's when Ford stepped in with the Model 18, introduced in 1932. This was one of the first mass-produced cars with a V8 engine, and it quickly became a favorite among both criminals and police. With its flathead V8 engine, the Model 18 could finally give police the speed and power they needed to keep up with bootleggers and other criminals. It was an arms race on the streets, and for the first time, the police were no longer at a disadvantage. The V8 engine became a staple in police vehicles, setting the stage for decades of high-powered patrol cars. The Model 18 was the car that truly began to level the playing field between law enforcement and the criminals they were chasing. And it wasn't just about speed. The police started realizing that their vehicles needed to be versatile and reliable too, qualities that would define police cars in the years to come. Post-war and the rise of the muscle car, 1940s to 1970s. After World War II, America saw rapid technological advancements, and these were reflected in police vehicles. Radios had improved dramatically during the war, and now they were being installed in police cars. This allowed officers to cover much larger areas, responding to incidents faster than ever before. But there was a new challenge. How could the public recognize a police car from a distance? This led to the birth of the iconic black and white paint scheme. Police departments started painting their cars in contrasting colors to make them stand out on the road. Black and white were the go-to colors because they were cheap and created a strong visual contrast. This simple yet effective design became the standard, and it's still widely used today. The black and white police car is a symbol instantly recognized across the United States. By the 1960s, America's obsession with speed had reached its peak, and this was reflected in police cars. This was the era of the muscle car, and Chrysler was leading the charge in providing powerful vehicles to law enforcement. The 1965 Dodge Polara Pursuit was one such beast, equipped with a 413 cubic inch max wedge V8 engine that could do a quarter mile in just 15 seconds, an impressive feat for the time. Then came the 1969 Dodge Polara Pursuit, which took things to a whole new level. This car was a monster, with a 375 horsepower 7.2-liter 440 Magnum engine under the hood. At Chrysler's Chelsea Proving Grounds, this car hit a top speed of 147 miles per hour. That's fast even by today's standards, but for a four-door sedan in the 1960s, it was practically unheard of. The Polara was a tank on wheels, built to withstand the rigors of police work while delivering the speed and power needed to take down the bad guys. Chrysler wasn't the only player in the game, though. Ford and General Motors were also competing for police contracts, with each company trying to outdo the others in terms of performance and reliability. This competition was fierce, and it drove innovation at a rapid pace. Police cars were no longer just vehicles. They were high-performance machines, capable of incredible feats on the road. The Crown Victoria era, 1980s to 2011. As the 1980s rolled around, a new king of the police car emerged, the Ford Crown Victoria. Introduced in 1983, the Crown Vic quickly became the go-to vehicle for law enforcement agencies across the country. What made the Crown Vic so special? It was all about durability, reliability, and versatility. The Crown Victoria was built on a body-on-frame design, which made it incredibly tough. This construction allowed the car to take a beating and keep on going, whether it was performing high-speed pit maneuvers or surviving collisions. The body-on-frame design also made it easier and cheaper to repair, which was a huge plus for police departments on tight budgets. But the Crown Vic wasn't just tough. It was powerful, too. With its V8 engine and rear-wheel drive, the Crown Vic could handle high-speed chases with ease. It was a big, heavy car, but it had the muscle to match. Police officers loved the Crown Vic because it was dependable and could handle just about anything thrown its way. The Crown Vic's reign as the top police car lasted for nearly 3 decades. During this time, it became a cultural icon, appearing in countless movies, TV shows, and news reports. When you think of a police car, chances are you picture a Crown Victoria. It's a car that's earned its place in American history, not just as a police vehicle, but as a symbol of law enforcement itself. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and in 2011, Ford discontinued the Crown Vic. The world of police vehicles was changing, and the Crown Vic was no longer the best fit for modern law enforcement needs. But even after its production stopped, the Crown Vic remained in service across the country, a testament to its enduring legacy. The modern era, 2010 to present. Today, police vehicles have come a long way from the slow, electric cars of the late 19th century. The modern era of police cars is all about versatility, technology, and sustainability. The traditional sedan is being phased out in favor of SUVs and trucks, which offer more space, better off-road capabilities, and advanced technology. The Ford Explorer Interceptor is a perfect example of the modern police vehicle. It's an SUV that can do it all, fast, spacious, and packed with state-of-the-art technology. The Explorer comes with all-wheel drive and Ford's EcoBoost engines, which provide the speed and agility needed for today's policing. It's designed to handle the increasing amount of equipment that police officers need to carry, from body armor to sophisticated communication systems. But it's not just SUVs taking over the streets. Trucks like the Dodge Ram 1500 and Ford F-150 have also entered the police vehicle market, offering ruggedness and versatility that are perfect for rural and highway patrols. These trucks are equipped with special modifications for police work, making them ideal for chasing down suspects or navigating rough terrain. And then there's the shift towards sustainability. As concerns about the environment grow, more police departments are starting to experiment with electric vehicles, EVs. The Tesla Model 3, for example, is being tested by police departments across the country. These EVs offer the benefits of reduced emissions and lower operating costs, while still providing the speed and performance needed for police work. The future of police cars. Looking ahead, the future of police vehicles is likely to be shaped by even more advanced technology. Electric vehicles are just the beginning. We could soon see autonomous vehicles playing a role in law enforcement, with self-driving patrol cars monitoring neighborhoods or assisting in chases. Drones could also become a common sight, providing aerial surveillance or even engaging in pursuit scenarios. Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain: the American police car will continue to evolve. It's come a long way from the slow-moving electric cars of the 1890s, and it will keep adapting to meet the challenges of the times. Whether it's a sleek, electric cruiser or a rugged off-road truck, the police car will remain an essential tool in the fight against crime. And there you have it, the fascinating journey of the American police car. From the early days of electric squad cars to the modern SUVs patrolling our streets, each era brought new innovations that helped law enforcement keep up with the changing times. If you enjoyed this trip through automotive history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. What's your favorite police car? Drop a comment below and let's chat. See you in the next video.